Thanks, everybody. I'm Zach. I'm the CTO and co-founder of SimpleAI. We build AI voice agents, so AI that talks on the phone. And in particular, we build AI that talks on the phone and sells stuff. So the idea is that you'll never have to wait on hold again. And a bit more background about the company. We're like 5 people right now. We're in SF, and we answer hundreds of thousands of phone calls every day, millions of minutes, and we sell millions of dollars of things end-to-end with AI. And we use Ruby on Rails and TypeScript, but Ruby on Rails. And yeah, I'm just going to give like a quick demo of the product and talk a bit about some of the cool ways we use Ruby. But first, a bit more background on voice, and I think like why it's so exciting to us is chat and like using computers is like great. We're all like developers. We all like typing into our terminal, but voice is like the most natural way to interact with the world. And I think it's like just now possible. And it's also like particularly hard, which is really fun as a developer to work on, because when you're doing chat, it's kind of okay if like the user waits there and sees like a ... loading for a few seconds. But when you're on the phone, if you say something to someone and they don't reply for like 3 seconds, you're pretty quickly going to be like, hello, like is someone there? And so latency is like really, really important. And our goal is that we respond to you under 700 milliseconds, so not much time. And Ruby on Rails is sort of a key piece in our backend. So yeah, I'll do a quick demo and kind of like talk through one of the features we built and a bit about the product. Let's see. Cool. So this is a demo account. There's one call in it, but basically just an example agent I made is selling boats. So some of our customers do like things that you like never even think people call in for, but people like call and want to buy boats over the phone and ask a ton of questions. And so this is our agent builder. So even though people are selling things, there's still a lot of differences. So the product is pretty general. And basically, you can come in here and design an agent. And so the way we do it is there's a bunch of different nodes, and you can come in here and edit your agent. You can be technical or not technical. But for this one, I just have like a very short demo, and it just says like, hey, help someone buy a boat, like collect their full order and credit card and address. And those are all things we would do. In real life, it's obviously a lot more complex, but this is just a fun demo. And this is kind of like the core of the complexity of using the product. And so people can come in here and design their agents to do really anything they want to, but there's features that are sort of like particularly built for sales. So for example, collecting payment information, like credit card, things like that. But this is sort of the agent builder, and one of the cool things I want to talk about that we really rely heavily on Ruby for is our simulation. So one of the things about building AI agents is they kind of do crazy stuff. It's not like you're building regular software. Like you run them 100 times, and they do like 100 different things. And solving for that is really, really important. And one of the ways we do that, and we help our customers do that, is we have the ability to create simulations in the platform. And basically what this is you can come in here and just create like fake users. And so all you have to do is define like really quickly like, hey, this is like kind of what I want the test caller behavior to be like. So in this case, it's just like, hey, ask for a boat that does well for wakeboarding and then purchase the boat. Obviously, like, this is very simple. And you can also create these from real life calls you have. So you can come in here, this is just a test call, but again, you can come in here and sort of generate simulations based on real calls that happen. So for customers that have calls that are like 50 minutes long, you don't want to have to like type this whole long-winded like scenario out. And so this is a really cool feature. And just a bit more background on this, a fun way we do this is we've actually built sort of like a custom Ruby class where you can define like structured output fields that are then turned into like OpenAI schema, and then you can extract all of the like things that you need to. So that's like a fun Ruby nerd thing. Yeah, so anyways, I'll just come in here and run a simulation, and we can sort of like see how it goes. This one just has one, but we can run this test case. You can choose an agent, you can choose a version, and you can also run it as many times as you want. So like sometimes you might want to run it like 100 times. I'm not going to do that right now because it's kind of expensive. But behind the scenes, what's actually happening is like two AIs are like actually going to like talk to each other on the phone, or like technically over WebRTC in this case, but on the phone. And you can kind of see it live. And so this is all powered by Sidekick. It's a bit hacky. We're creating Sidekick jobs from TypeScript, but it works. And yeah, you can kind of see them talking. And this one on the left is like the human calling in, wants to buy the boat. And the one on the right is kind of like the AI agent who's helping them out, answering questions, etc. And this will take some time to run. It takes more than 30 seconds to purchase a boat. And they are actually speaking to each other, like audio. But we also have a couple other things here. So you can write test case descriptions. So you have this simulation. You kind of, if you have like 50 of them, you don't want to have to go like run and look through all of them every time. And so you can also write sort of like test case descriptions and then expected behavior. And on the back end, this is all sort of like converted into more complex prompts that will do a much better job of getting at what like a non-technical user has written down in like 10 seconds. And it will basically, analyze your call and make sure it worked. So make sure it didn't do anything like silly or like get stuck in a loop or like, all these things that like you really don't want your AI to do. Let's see. So it's running. Yeah. So now it's like collecting the information. They're ready to place the order for the boat. And this will take a few more minutes. But this is the simulation feature of the product. Let's see, what else? We also have pretty extensive analytics and A/B testing, which is all also powered by Ruby. And then we also have another simulation feature where you can test specific prompts and make sure they work well. But yeah, so that's kind of the product. A bit more just sort of like generally, oh yeah, go ahead. Oh, sorry. I was like, what? Yeah, so that's the product. Like I said, we're a team of 5 in San Francisco. We're hiring and we're growing really, really quickly. Yeah, thank you.